The front line, they've got triple for it. They've got decent ultimates to steal. I mean, really, a lot of great ultimates to steal that'll scale well with the AP that Faker's going to be building. And they're just going to head over and keep clearing.
Owner's just going to wait for him, actually. As we get the knock up into the satchel used aggressively. This time makes sense. Owner's like, oh, hello. So they're going to have a little bit of a skirmish here, one-on-one. Which mid laner gets here first? Looks like they're here at the exact same time. And going to respect the Xin Zhao, looks like, or maybe not quite enough, as the chain's not going to predict as the flash comes late, and now Owner has to flash away, double flash in, as Kanavi desperate to kill that Xin Zhao, but he just cannot! And Delight follows, double kill given over to Faker at 3 minutes into the game.
Triumph proc there. Owners say, oh, you guys are hard pushing bottom lane? Yeah, there's some question mark pings. Well, just one. I think that might be enough to get the message across, but Guma's already way too far up.
Yeah, they are very much caught out here. We do have double flash available. And just waiting. Doesn't look like Paze is able to get in position. Thought maybe he would flash in and look for the root.
Look at Owner's experience advantage. He has level 6, the Wukong does not. He's a full level up. The team fight, the jungle camp lead he has over this Wukong that's been fighting fire with fire, but is just much less relevant in the early game. A little LPL-esque, you could say, with how he's played this one out.
Oh, Kanavi just running straight into him. I mean, yes, it's in your jungle, but again, that level difference is just too big. At least Kanavi's able to smite it away, but Owner's going pretty deep to chunk him out.
He wants
still
more
no levels when it does come to getting the speed boost from the Lulu. I talked about being excited for the top lane. Well, it's basically just been Zeus getting a little bit of a CS lead. And
still going to be able to get back to lane fairly quickly. Is back now already. It's 2026. You know, you can go back whenever you want.
Yep.
It's your prerogative.
Owner's getting in there on a Kanavi. They want to engage on this Wukong as the root comes in onto the two bottom laners. And Kanavi, there's really nowhere for him to go, as now they got to try to turn around. But is it too little too late? Owner able to set up two. Eventually does go down, but now Pace has a free highway to getting even more kills. Picks up the double. We got a TP coming in. And Zeus, now he's getting stunned down. Faker thinking about taking more of a fight, but not going to overplay their hands. And now with that TP, you give Doran the free lane up here.
And now Paze has free agency. There's no one to engage on him anymore.
In live, if they had the satchel to prevent that from happening.
They almost, yeah, well, would have been pretty huge. They almost get the kill onto Zeka.
Yeah, Zeka, he is one of the guys still doing pretty well at this point in time, but Paze again with shields and speed ups. There's really no threat at this point in time. Like, again, this comp can do so much when it comes to team fights and punishing the Aphelios, but in this early to mid game state where HLE are behind, it just feels like Paze does whatever he wants.
And it feels like the opt-in.
He was out of lane for a decent amount of time.
That's it. He just
running back and forth, buying items, and going bot lane that one time.
They're like, he lane swapped to being a jungler by roaming a lot. That's the Gnar steal.
Yeah. Should be the better Gnar, but he's up against a Rakan at the same time. The better Gnar ult throws them into the wall, and Faker says, this is why I pick Silas, guys. You're not going to enjoy this fight. Gets the slow on a Zeus. There's the block from Delight, but he might be in trouble now as the smite comes down. Oh, the boomerang nearly gets him.
Minions?
Wukong? He was trying to TP away. I think he should be able to. I think he's got the time. Yeah, there he goes. And a slick play by Faker to get away, but has to expend his TP to do it.
Yeah, flash down as well. That was a very risky scenario for both sides. Look for a moment like Faker might have misjudged.
Okay, well now he's going to have to go between worlds, but you can see that Doran able to pull him back for a moment. And really exerting that pressure.
Relatively free. And you see Guma is backing. They're just simply not going to contest, and I think it's the right choice. We have to keep asking the question, though, when will Hanwha Life Esports be able to punish? When will they be able to set up this engage? 40 more seconds. And this hijack is going to be up.
Well, he might be backing sooner rather than later. Faker in a lot of trouble here, actually. The Ignite doing so much work, and just straight up a solo kill. Zeka takes him down. Owner takes an opportunity to go mid and try to take down this turret with the Rift Herald. Should be able to do so. And actually trying to run it into the second turret here. Carrier going even deeper. There he goes. There's the knockback. But at the end of the day, with the wild growth, I think it should be okay. Still does have to flash. But I suppose worth with all that extra money.
Doesn't have anything. And now Hanwha Life Esports are looking for a contest. Owner's going in.
Yeah, he's just going in. I mean, he's got everything. He's got his flash, his ult available. He's the same level as Faker. So they're going to exhaust him and try to get into that circle, which Wukong can easily do, as does Rakan, and Zeka gets in there as well, does the damage. We got the Between Worlds stolen, and Delight might be in a bit of trouble here, as down he will go.
See if Faker can try to cut off their retreat. Oh, does not hit the chains. Still has that ult.
Wants to throw this ult in. There it is. And he is just going assassination mode. But unfortunately, he disengaged Cone. As now we have TP coming in. And Kanavi trying to punish him as the Gnar is not quite ready. Faker has to flash out of this one. The Gnar almost there, but now Pei's going man mode as nobody is able to get onto that backline. Faker's going back in, and now Doran's able to join as well. As Zeus low, as is Kanavi. They want to try to take them down. The chains once again not going to land.
This fight was actually so difficult to pilot for T1. But they turned it into such a scrappy fight. The Hanwha Esports could not group and get anything done, and you could really feel the difference, obviously, in terms of damage output. Zeus.
I think Owner eventually just, he'll just get him here. Oh, little sidestep. Did a good job of dodging basically everything, but it did not matter. Faker still get the drag.
Doesn't get the kill, but ultimately it doesn't really matter that much in the grand scheme of things, but I'm going to go all the way back to this solo kill here onto Faker from Zeka. He made a funny sound when he killed him. But if the Felios is like taking half of your Gnar's health bar out because he teleports in at a kind of awkward angle and can't reach him, you're not going to win those fights.
I think
catching
Faker's
Faker in the side would be huge.
He's trying to steal the Between Worlds. Meanwhile, Zeus is just dead, and Faker actually got away with the Aurora ult, so that's going to be a trade up here for T1, who now have a 5,000 gold lead. And they're just going to set their sights on the Baron.
And Faker's in TP mid. Look for Guma.
Yeah, he's got the satchel this time, but Faker's able to get on the right side of that. Now he just wants to get away from Kanavi.
And they're just going to keep them away from the Baron. Red-white for Pei's means this Baron goes down so quick.
Yeah, I don't think there's any way. I mean, Kanavi's trying to run over. At this point, they're trying to burst down Faker, who is this tankier Silas, who's quite fed, and that's just the Baron given over to T1.
I wouldn't put that in the T1 Baron column, but it was fairly close. They see an angle, they see a window, they've got the right gun set up for Pei's, they take it out. Hanwha Esports trying to trade back a turret, but it doesn't look like they're necessarily even going to get that. The satchel's been changed.
Owner's going in, and there's really no recourse for this. The satchel does come out, but unfortunately that's going to leave Kanavi to the Wolves, as in goes Faker and does the burst damage. I think they're just way too far ahead at this point. The chains once again going to miss, but Faker will not be stopped. Does get denied the quadra, but does pick up the triple. As Owner, man, he's getting so much aggro from the guys on HLE, but he just rarely goes down.
Yeah, he just absorbs it, takes it like a champ, and you know, it's only 3 kills for Pei's in this game, but his damage output has been so insane in some of these scrappy fights. And now Zeus.
We got better Gnar ults coming on in, but Faker pretty low, and it looks like maybe not going to go for it. Although Faker has been going insane. Kingslayer comes in. Zeus is getting low. The chains are going to connect as might just have the Gnar ultimate into the wall, into the turret. Delight super low, and the auto from Carrier gets it done. He flashes forward. The bloodthirsty support trying to get another one, but he will not be able to. T1 having a bit of fun with their food at this point.
Yeah, this is definitely becoming a very one-sided affair very quickly as Pei's kind of baiting them in. He does die.
Dead. Kanavi looking for a bit more over the wall. They are going to get Carrier. As Ingo Zeka as well, but yeah, I suppose just getting the scraps at the end.
Pei's was almost able to turn that into something. Does have to use his flash and still dies, so not ideal, but it's really just a drop in the bucket. Up the deficit now. Can't satchel the turret until it goes to its final plate, if I'm not mistaken, on this patch, so they can't get the turret as quickly as they would have normally. And then, yeah, he is just going sicko mode in this fight. So difficult to kill, so tanky. And then he just is able to catch them before they can take the turret out. And then helps Faker with the Gnar ultimate and all that. With the
too much action, too many replays. We don't even know which one it is. And Faker gets a kill as we're in a replay. And he's looking for more. I feel like he's throwing so many chains, and I see most of them miss, but sometimes he just gets in there and blows up your entire health bar instead.
Well, that's an inhibitor going down. And Zeus is trying to get some bounty gold on the top side. We'll see a TP from Faker to shut that down. They're not going to go for the bottom turret there. He doesn't have flash. And I think this is just Mountain Soul to T1 for free.
Yeah, look at Doran's positioning as well. Just the threat of that. And now Faker from the top. Rope is looking to come on in as trying to get on top of Guma here, but he's able to satchel away. Faker, though, able to steal the Between Worlds, does an immense amount of damage, finds Zeus on the top side on top of it all, and Kanavi essentially just the sacrifice as this engage cone does get Zeus to safety. It's only a matter of time until T1 end this game.
It might be a very short amount of time, in fact, Valdez, as they have this super minion wave here. Shirelia's out. They're looking to end it right now.
I think they should be able to. Zeus, Nodar, and the gigantic Aphelios ult on top of 3. And it's still Faker that gets 2 kills somehow. As now he's diving the fountain. I'm sure he's giggling the entire time. And they have a little bit of a wave, but it did just get cleared out. Doesn't seem to matter. As very much having fun with their food and playing with it. But they will take down the Nexus here. As Owner looking for a bit more, wants that damage number to look even better. And same thing for Pays as they are just in it. Zeus, though, wants to get a kill. He's not going to be able to. As Pays picks up the double, and that will do it. T1 have their fun, and they will also have their game 3.
All right, bringing us to a